Hey everyone, this is Imbue Druid. The deck is back, and I am crushing the meta, Shaman, and Hunters. Ironically, we're doing worse against some random jank, but I played and we had a 62% win rate, I believe 17 and 11, to climb from around 35 to 15. Deck is crushing it at the high ranks. This deck was kind of garbage before, and for some reason this deck is always one of those decks that's like all about tempo, and when the meta just gets a little bit weaker, it's all of a sudden back on the menu. But there's a few new cards that are really good from the last time I played Imbue Druid. One, you've got Wave Spinning, right? This is just another nature spell. Then we've got Horn of Plenty. All right, Horn of Plenty gets Ebb and Flow. This is the new card. Deal 3 damage and gain 5 armor. That's a lot of armor, but the big thing is you have Hybridization. This deck card really changes the deck. It draws you 4 of your minions, so you get your Charred Chameleon, your Blitterboom, your Dreadbond Discipline, and your Flutterwing Guardian. Or you can get your Sing-Along Buddy or Zephyr. There's a bunch of different things you can get. So often, like, a good starting play, if you don't get a Mirdrasil, is something like going Trail Mix on 2 into Hybridization on 3. Then playing a bunch of stuff and then start popping off on turn 5. So deck is really good right now. And it's real sort of straightforward. It's all about efficiency. So it's all about, how do you put an efficient curve? How do you put efficient tempo on? Don't float mana, stuff like that. So definitely a deck I recommend right now. But basic mulligans, what am I keeping? I'm keeping Living Roots. I'm usually keeping Bitter Bloom, but it's on the margin. Trail Mix I conditionally keep if I have a good card to go with it, but I don't auto keep it. So if I had a Mirdrasil or Hybridization, I would keep it with those two. Hybridization, the stats say you should keep it a lot. I keep it sometimes. I don't keep it otherwise. It's kind of a mismo. So those are your general mulligans. Sometimes I keep Dreambound Disciple. Sometimes I don't. It's another one that's like kind of feels based. But those are your general mulligans. Got some games for you guys. Enjoy. Chad, dude, what a poppin' stream we got today.
Must have stepped in.
New Chinese food? Ooh, Chinese food. It sounds nice. Chad, dude, ZBD, I made sausages last night. I don't know why you'd care, but I brought them back. I had some rice and sausages to carb up. What good it did for me in my tournament results, not very good, but it was a nice nice mix up. I got leftover sausages. But yeah, chat, dude. So you know what I did yesterday? Other than like get my book close to publishing was and like prep or is I literally went walking for 3 hours. I went walking for 2 hours and then I did another walk for an hour later. It's all about like that, like resetting the brain. That's how you get the results of 1 in 3. All right. With my techniques, you too can be a 1 in 3 gamer. All right.
Just a dream.
Are you doing self-publish? Yeah, we're doing Kindle self-publishing. Yeah. Or Amazon self-publishing. So I'm working with like a publisher who like helps me get in like the right format and like you know, all this stuff like ISBN. But yeah, I'm just direct publishing. So
Errors upon errors. Another soul sold.
it's a pain in the ass. Yeah, I think what's hard is like, so this is what I told my brother told me of like, I have my own audience, right? So like I have ways to market where I think a lot of like if you're writing a book on like, you know, the banana market or something, I don't know, whatever, right? Something. Like there's you don't have a market, so like the publisher like helps you like get it out there, like so people might want to read your book, right? But like I'm just like trying to convince my chat basically, and maybe some people on Twitter who follow me to buy it, and maybe some of my real life friends, and then hoping like if I can get 1,000 people to like read it and it's great, then maybe they recommend it to people, right? If chat reading, I don't know.
Nothing to my blades.
Learn. Why you never convince me to learn to read? You never know. Chat, I'll my second book will be called "How I Convinced."
Contemplation.
Must have slept in.
By petal and thorn!
All right, waiting after me.
There's a command. I mean, there's an exclamation point booked where we don't have any like stuff for it yet, but also read No Hands Gamers 2026 bestseller. Stream is popping.
Perfect toy for you.
Jack, big thanks to Banter for the huge raid, and congrats to Banter for literally carrying this entire country, America, on his shoulders, right? All by himself, okay? He's like the George Washington of Hearthstone. Be translated into, as of right now, 0.
My blades will sing.
Yeah, I was doing poorly with mage, so that's why I didn't bring it. But looks like mage was the bring. To be honest, my Death Knight did really good. So me and Banter brought similar lineups. So he brought Demon Hunter. I feel like if I'd brought wait, do you just Slider still and put this back in their hand? I think you do. Because wait, I almost threw. Agents want a big social media presence. You could get an agent. So this is the issue, Mavis, right? This is the issue. I have a big social media presence, so I'm not convinced because like I got the impression like when you publish with like a a publisher, they might be taking like 95% of your money, right? Like an absurd amount, and I didn't want that, so. If you get an advance, I don't need an advance. I'm paying my bills, right? I don't need them to pay me. I just want it to do well once it goes, you know? It's kind of like, dude, you ever go buy something and they're like, oh, we can get you a loan. And you're like, I don't need a loan. I just need to decide if it's worth buying. Oh, I have lethal. Let's go. Brandon Sanderson. Maybe I'll look into that for my second book. Yeah, apparently it's happening a lot with like music producers where people sign some contract. Maybe it's not that much. A live service game. Ah, that makes sense. Yeah. So we can get.
Rot number 802, welcome to the collection.
A bad idea. Interesting. It's interesting, like, Reynad, like, kind of thought, like, oh, I don't know. I think, like, that, oh, he didn't want to be a streamer forever. I don't know. I'm liking this job more and more as I get better at it, and because I have, like, Sex Cult. During COVID, Sex Cult was closed. And but now so it's depressing.
Too soon.
Like 5 years. Going good. Gaming dev, yeah, I don't know. I mean, it would have looked brilliant if he created the next Hearthstone, right? But he did not. Wait, crap, dude. He threw King Lane, that's really annoying.
Mysterious sword, what is your wisdom?
Follow the flutter wings.
Metal and blah blah blah. Hit the 2-3. Yes! Get wrecked, Yugi boy. Chat, I'm 7-4 by the way. Like that's kind of an insane record. And it's only going higher. I could go this, but well, actually, if it's bargain bin, they overdraw, so we don't mind that. If it's worth playing into. Wow. Yeah. So okay, never mind. I don't know, I'm still playing around freezing and explosive here, but.
My hand is too full.
Well, they lost their Ziliax. That's huge. Not really engaging. Chet, me and Banter have been playing this sponsored game off stream, Into the Galaxy. We're doing I'm doing a sponsorship for it tomorrow. But it's asynchronistic too. It's kind of like Battlegrounds, but with like cards. I think it's really fun. So I don't know. I think there are advantages to the asynchronous, but also just like I feel it's there are disadvantages as well. But it's nice for me in that like you don't have to be so like doesn't feel as like APM intensive kind of thing.
Make
My
your
petal and
choice.
thorn.
Lane's cruel brain shall be met with blood.
Are you thinking?
I remember this place well.
Get there, chat? We got there. Chat, 8-4 with the Imbue Druid. Crushing literally everything. Chat, if you exclude the losses, ooh, turn 3 and mage are still coming.
Time is fleeting.
I wish I'd taken deal 2 to all, but it's... Ooh, that's a high roll. So good against these 1/1s. Yeah, what are we talking about? The Cthulhu, the young one. Ooh, drawing a free Malorn here is nice.
I never make two trips.
And never make too friendly.
I never make two trips.
Must have slept in. Just a dream. No, you're rotten.
Is Imbue Druid just a meme? Dude, how much do I need to climb? How many players do I need to utterly crush before people say it's you know, rank 1. Rank 1 on all servers.
Oh, have you filled out the paperwork?
good, right? Insanely good, actually. And we got a polymorph for future things.
My eyes are flame, my cursed name.
Interesting.
By petal and sword!
More wishes? No way!
By petal and sword!
Petal perfection! Petal perfection!
Thorn in your side! Thorn in your side!
I hate Imbue, probably the worst location. And like, you think it's, you hate playing against it because it beats you, or do you think it's bad?
Druids of Azeroth, gods of
Like
war,
hard art.
a dream beckons.
10 left. Ah, son of a... Wait, is Ursul plus like... If I go Ursul here, I get hybridization every turn, right? Which draws me my deck.
Your choice.
But then like it runs out pretty fast, right? Asina is kind of good, right? And then Ursoc in theory is good if this guy wasn't there. That's all always sucks about Ursoc.
Time is fleeting.
Thorn in your side! Thorn in your side!
Hey.
Lift the veil.
Got him. Chat, 62% win rate. At the high legend. On the hardest server. Right? So if you're playing, I'd say 15 hours a week, and you're not, and you struggle to get into top 1,000, it's your habits, and it's your mindsets. Like, it's your learning mindsets. You know, maybe you're not watching other people. Maybe you're not studying. Maybe you're, maybe you just kind of keep doing the same. This is very, very common. I find with more like, I find this with people with other like things outside of gaming, where they kind of just keep double downing on their strategy in life, and their life is falling apart, right? And they just keep doubling down, just thinking if I just push harder and it doesn't work, and they don't think like maybe I need to do something different. It's good. It is so. Ooh, do I take 6 mana Saladrisil here? Probably do, yeah.
Lush wilds and clear skies. This could be our home.
But like part of being dumb is like not, I don't know. I figured out like problem solving. So I remember when I started my job, and I just had to solve problems, and I had never like had problems that just had no solutions, that there wasn't the answer in the back of the book, or you couldn't go to the teacher, right, and have them like help you out. And like you have these problems and you have to solve them, and they seem unsolvable, like, and your boss is like, solve this problem, and you're like, I can't, and they're like, if you don't, they don't say this, like, you'll and I just had to like just keep nailing and like just like pushing on the problem, and eventually I learned like, oh, problems are really solvable, like you can figure them out. But I didn't know that. Like, I just thought, I don't know. So I was gonna go double hero power here, but I kind of think actually let's lean into the I'm gonna delay here because I feel like they're getting ready to go like to 3 mana guy or something. But yeah, so you just have to like keep jamming, you know, and even like something I learned at work, I remember, because like I think one of the first things you learn is they say, oh, ask questions, and even like people come to this stream and ask questions, and they think, oh, that's how, yes, I'll ask the question. And my one of my coworkers who's like above me got really mad at me. He's like, why aren't you doing this yourself? Like, well, you know, why are you coming to me? You could figure this out. And I just like that thought, like, it's a question, you know? No one ever taught me that, you know, the reality that it's like people, you have to like put in the time to see, could I solve this problem on my own, right? Do they always go for this like infinite freaking amulet play? I guess it's pretty good. Yep, that's a great thing to do, Wonder Whale. If you're doing that, but you also go and play, right? If you're watching,
filled out the paperwork?
Swarm them! Swarm them!
My hand is too full.
Holy Babadoo! RNG'd into the freaking Flame Strike chat. How am I so good at this game, dude? Dude, I don't even know. Wait, chat, do I have lethal? I have lethal. Actually, I just have lethal, I think. One, 8, 7, and play this, and then I have 10 burst, right? Scams. Yeah, so the book goes over six main things. One is objectives, and like the objectives is kind of like the high level of learning of like breaking things down into individual values. Talk a little about results oriented thinking, right? So talk a little about results oriented thinking. The second is the chapter. Okay, one second. Let me just get lethal here. Wait, my. Oh, I don't have the board space. Right? Oh no, I do. I can trade something off. I'm gonna have it.
By petal
Wait.
and thorn!
By the wilds. Delicious.
Got him. All right. So, did they ruin Starship decks? Yes. Trying to hard to disagree. Oh, okay. Trying hard to figure out. Yeah. I mean, it's a very like common thing for beginner deck builders to put too many win conditions. They're like, all right, we'll have this win condition. If that win condition doesn't work, we'll have this one too, and then we'll have this one. And with 4 different win conditions, you'll always win. But really, you want like one win condition that done well. Have to play Proto. You can play Arcane Mage. It's a deck. It's just not a good deck, but like. Let's see. Arcane Mage is 42% win rate. It's not that great, but you know, gotta start somewhere. Why do most deck win rates start the cause of that for? If you go any higher, like it will get nerfed, like instantly. Like so, one is like an archetype is like never had 58% win rate in this. Like individual lists will until they get like and it's usually at like certain ranks where so But yeah, if a deck is above a 58% win rate, Reddit would be like losing their freaking mind, alright? As they should. Ooh, do I ever take a small in here? Like it's a lot of discounting, right? Because it's early. I think I'm going to. I can be well. That's the constant conundrum, Kitty. You have the same conundrum that says, "Wow, I'm making so much money at my job in corporate, but I feel dead inside." And then you say, "I wish I was an artist," and then your artist friend is like, I paint every day and no one buys my paintings. I wish I had just gotten a job in corporate so I could buy corn, but instead I'm out here trying to make a difference." What a mistake that was, all right? Your stream is popping.
I will not be rushed.
Oh, have you filled out the paperwork?
Holy Mama do, chat! I got a quality consecrate here. What are the freaking odds, dude? Can you explain why location is even playing? You mean this location, Major Sill? Because it's really, 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 really good. Is the short answer, right? I could go equality, but it only kills one guy. I think I'm better off just going concentration here.
Must have slept in.
So well, let's look at the overall value of this card. For 5 mana, you draw 6 cards. You get 6 mana, so you net 1 mana. And you summon 6 health worth of 6 mana worth of minions. So it's basically kind of like drawing a card usually costs about like, I don't know, 1 mana. So it's basically like 18 mana for 5 mana over 3 turns. The value is absurd, all right? It's an absurd value, but it takes a little bit of time, right? So if you get in a match where it's long, so it's like investing, though, yeah. Yeah, dude, it's like when you, yeah, exactly. It's like investing. Chat gets it, all right? Locations are like weapons, yeah. So, yeah, so the first thing you learn about tempo is minions, right? Play minions on the board. And weapons are not as good as minions. Why? Because weapons are multi-time use, maybe 2 or 3, where a minion does damage forever, right? But what's the problem? Minions can be removed. Also, removal is scalable. So if I have, you know, 4 minions doing 12 attack or 6 minions doing 70 attack, and you go twisting nether, they're all gone, right? But let's say let's say I can put more attack on, but I think you go twisting nether. Instead, I play a weapon or a location. That's a way to diversify my tempo portfolio, right? So I'm not all in one basket.
Be rushed.
My petal and sword.
Is there trouble?
Follow the flutter wings.
Nether versus location. I forgot that Nether was not a good example because I forgot they changed Nether. But let's talk about like Brawl or, the pre-Psychic Scream stuff, right? Why not play Murazon? Hands down, hands down. These are the kind of questions that I'm like, I wake up every day and I think this is my job now. This is my life. I have to ask answer people saying why not play Murazon, right? They could be doing anything, but they felt the need to come into the stream and say why don't we play a 9 mana 8/8, right? Why read it out loud? I don't believe in ignoring your like when when like okay, you're in school, and your parents, your kids are bullying you. And then they're like, you should just ignore it. Like, I've never been able to do that, chat, all right? I've never been able to do it. I don't believe in it, all right? I feel when somebody's, like, bullying you, you should, like, tell them, just attack, or bothering you. You gotta go on a long tangent on getting mad about what they said, all right? That's what I think is what you're supposed to do.
I'm game.
My petal and sword.
You have to confront them. Exactly, all right? That's a sign of open-mindedness. What? You just ignore them. All right.
I will not be rushed. I never make
I never make too blah blah blah.
I never make two trends.
Thorn in your side.
Must have slept in.
Follow the flutter wings.
Answer your questions. Yeah, I think it's like, okay. The whole point of this art form is like, the reason it's different than regular television is you get to talk to me, all right? Okay? Chad, imagine if like you're watching, I don't know, Whose Line Is It Anyways? And just anyone in the world could ask a question. It would be chaos, right? People would be doing things that they couldn't air on television. You know, it would be utter chaos, right? But that's basically what the stream is. The only way you could stop it is by. They used to have those call shows. Did anything bad happen? I feel like sometimes if something bad has happened, is that what a comedy show is? Yeah. 24/7. Yeah, exactly, Excel.
Druids of Azeroth, gods of the wild, the dream beckons.
Aviana. Wait, I don't need zero. I think I just take Tortolin here.
Just a dream.
Chad, I'm about to be 12-6.
You fight dead. I am finished here.
Look, we're not gonna have any AI hate in the stream, all right? Chat.